Scoot Henderson, that's good. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Hero to the inside. Shot clock at 6. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Jones from outside. They get it back. They shoot again. For 3, Barrett. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Tipped away. Stolen by Jones. And they're pushing it up. And he dunks it down.
Boy, Eddie Jones really solid as a defender. Does a nice job sizing up the opponent and getting all over.
Thompson goes in. Hero outside. Pass to Black. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Outside Jones. Now here's Embiid. Good D by Adebayo.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Now here's Henderson. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Jones. Henderson left side. Up top, Embiid. Back to Henderson. Screen by Embiid. Henderson misses.
Good offense squaring up against Benner D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Hero on the wing. Pass to Black. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim. Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 1. Now here's Henderson. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Good work defensively by Lopez. Green in the post. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Showing off his inside game, which will complement Green's game on the outside. It'll force defenders to have to guard him in different places on the floor.
Now here's Barrett. No made baskets yet.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Hero. Thompson right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Lopez. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 5. Done with it. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer Embiid. Rebounded by Lopez. Hero on the wing. Thompson outside. Pass to Black. The 3 ball. It's deflected. They recover it. The 3. They grab their own miss. down low. Tries yet again. And the layup good by Lopez.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row ain't close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. .59 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Jones. And there's a 3-second violation. There's 45 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. Sexton grabs the board. Jones feels it out. Outside Sexton. And he converts the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And here's Dick. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. It's good on the putback.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
1 second left. And it's in! Oh, nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And that concludes a back and forth. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced approach.
Come away with authority. Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Here's Sexton. Kicks it out to Bane. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Portis down low. The shot's good.
And you can just see how confident Portis is inside. I mean, very comfortable there. Feels like he can score whenever he wants to.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Now for an update on R.J. Barrett, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
All the injury of lower back bruise. He feels very stiff at the moment.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And it's Green missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow,
Man. He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Pass to Clark. Outside for Green. Clark with the screen. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Bane. On the break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Back to Sexton. Clock at 6. To the middle. And then Portis with the dunk.
The slam from Portis, impressive. Using that size around the rack.
DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Bane. Jacks up with 3. Shots good by Black. Black's got 8 points.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And it's Sexton on the tape. Pass to Bane. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Green for 3. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Portis.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
2 minutes
Pass to
remaining in
Bane.
the first half. 2 minutes.
Sexton looking around. Back to Bane. Just 5 on the clock. From the high post. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. He's got 7.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
A minute 22 left in the first half. Sexton, the open look. Rebounded by Lopez.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Sexton, that's good.
Sexton.
Yeah, the active hands of Bane, a superb defender at his position.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Jaquez. Back to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Portis outside. The 3 from Washington. Counted from distance. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Green missing.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Embiid. No points so far. Embiid. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer. So we conclude the first half. Up 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all three levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
Outside Dick. Three-pointer, no good. Henderson outside. There's the three. Adebayo grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
To the left wing. Pass to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Grady Dick. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Done with it. Pass to Embiid. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Tyler Hero. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Clearly an MVP caliber talent now. Embiid continues to impress with his versatility on both ends. A man that big shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does with the ball.
Back to Henderson. Outside Barrett. 6 to shoot. Here's Embiid. Adebayo grabs the board.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Hero outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero, no good. Up top, done. Henderson outside. Screen by Embiid. Back to Dunn. Outside Barrett. Outside Jones. Yep, count it.
Eddie Jones.
Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Adebayo from long range. The shot no good. A chance here to extend the lead to double digits.
And that would really give them a comfortable cushion.
And then Embiid with the dunk.
I've got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. That shot off. Outside Dick. Thompson with it. Henderson picks him up. Goes up from the block. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 6.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Henderson. He's got 5. Dunn outside. Pass to Portis. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. In transition, here they come. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Nice work there by Hero, getting the ball and using some fast hands.
Outside Jones with the drive. And again, unable to change momentum here. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that was good. Green.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Jones, his shot is good.
Though he is slight of build, Eddie Jones is extremely tough now. That's a strong move right there.
Chalked up two there. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's Henderson. Ooh, went in there strong and trying to power it down. But he drew the contact and he'll head to the line. That one on Thompson.
Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
Henderson hits them both. Now Hero. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, you never want to send Hero to the line. Tyler's led the league in free throw shooting.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And so Hero nails both of them.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. To the middle. Here's Washington. Comes up empty down low. Down low. And it's... Lopez with the jam.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Outside Bain. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Portis with it. And Lopez picks him up. Shot's good by Henderson.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Hero outside. To the paint. Lopez. Off the window. It's good. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Now here's Sexton. Drives to the hoop. Yep, that one goes.
The nimbleness of Sexton on the drive makes him tough to stop. He can just squeeze right past you.
To take the lead. Washington grabs the miss. Outside Sexton. Pass to Embiid. Shoots a fadeaway. Jaquez grabs the board.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
He's having a really good night from the field. I know the defense is keying in on him. He's the marquee on the scouting report, but they need him involved if they're going to pull this out.
Sexton misses.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
And they take the lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Pass to Embiid. Washington outside. Back to Embiid. From deep lane. Now Washington. DiVincenzo with a steal. And he can't get that one. Jaquez grabs the board. And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Lopez, the screen to the inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And here's Sexton. And there's the drive. Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Tyler Hero.
Driving inside with a purpose. Sexton taking it right to the defense and drawing a good foul.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Pass to Hero. Thompson in the post. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's on Desmond Bane.
Team foul.
That free throw no good. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Inside. Here's Barrett. Adebayo grabs the board. And stolen by Sexton. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Portis gets the bucket.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled in knocking it down off the catch, too.
Hero outside. Stolen by Jones. Here we go, all alone.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit, and he did.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Black. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Outside Sexton. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game. The visitors with the ball. To the paint. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Adebayo. On the wing, Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with the ball. Dunn in his pocket. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Good vision that time from Green and anticipation. Kind of knew where his teammate was going to be.
And here's Dunn. 1:19 left to play in the fourth. Here's Henderson. Good on the bucket.
Key points from Henderson. Stepping up. Scoop, young man, scoop.
Oh, a two-handed power slam. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Back to Dunn. Left side Jones. Over Green. Jones misses.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Back to Adebayo. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line.
Second personal
It's going to go
foul.
on R.J. Barrett. Free throws good, Adebayo.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Here's Embiid. And he commits the intentional foul.
Anthony Black.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
Third team foul.
Good on the first.
Shooting for the
And that'll
team.
put him up 2.
Joel Embiid. At the line for two.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Substitution on the court.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Misses the trade. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
by Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Thrilled to be back in Oklahoma City. The Thunder ready for that home court advantage.
And this is a great chance, Kevin, for this team to establish some home court dominance. Long stand coming up in front of them, and an easy way to try and build some momentum.
Charity stripe shot. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. To the inside. Embiid. The rebound by Turner. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep, too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around, and he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. From 15 feet away, and it's John Collins with the rebound. First quarter, just over a minute played. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Outside, Jones. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Bobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Turner with it. Picked up by Portis. Back to Isaac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Portis.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Collins. Shoots the three. Drains the three-pointer. Collins has got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, it's great to see Jones finish inside, showing how he's a threat at the rim.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's up a 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And here's Embiid. Hasn't made one yet. Good.
Very consistent on the offensive end. Even when Joel Embiid is being pressured, he stays under control.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Now, here's Sexton. After the miss from Desmond Bain. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 80%?
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
A different look for Oklahoma City. And Embiid drops them both.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here is Smith. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's stolen by Smith. And now here comes Williams leading the break. It's deflected. And here comes the break. And Sexton slams it in.
And look at the combo guard get up on that one. When Sexton caps off these alley-oops, it gets this team going.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Williams. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Joe Good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Sexton with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Dunn. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. After the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Outside, Jones. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Jones has got his second bucket tonight. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Smart pass by Jones. He didn't have the shot, and great job moving the ball.
On the high post. They get it again. Kessler with the bucket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And the officials have called the illegal scoop right there.
The turnovers keep coming. It's been a pretty sloppy start to the game for them, but they're still in the driver's seat.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Smith feeling it out a bit. There's the drive.
Away team foul. Gun. First person to foul. First team foul.
Smith right side. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Thunder. Outside, Bain. Here's Jones. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And the shot goes in. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball.
Going to look at some real deficiency. Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Pass to Bain. Back to Sexton. The middle. Here's Iguodala. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Kessler. Smith outside. It's deflected. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Jones slams it in.
Showtime. Eddie Jones has incredible hops.
Pass to Joe. Now Smith. Nothing on the board. Fires from the wing. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Smith outside. It's Joe on the wing. Pass to Smith. 5 to shoot. Loads it up for Williams. And stolen by Dunn. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Substitution on the court.
1:56 left to play in the first half. Out to Henderson. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Portis. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
When you watch Portis, he's not just a good jump shooter for a 6'10" guy. Bobby's just a straight-up good shooter, period.
Pulls up. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Knocked loose. Mathurin with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Lobbed up there for Isaac. Stolen by Washington.
City foul. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the away team, Henderson. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Mathurin. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Now here's Henderson. Outside Portis. Henderson outside. To the left wing. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The away team.
They lead by 2.
26.
And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Down low, Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, what I respect about Embiid is, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen. You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Stolen by Henderson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Benedict Mathurin.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, Collins with it. Pass to Turner. Collins trying to break free. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got his first points of the game.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as a pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
And here's Embiid. Inside. 5 on the clock. And then Jones with the jam.
And, you know, the evolution of Embiid continues. At 7 feet tall, he can look over defenders and make great passes, and he's got a nice feel for passing the ball.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Henderson outside. Uncovered. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Under trailing by 4. Mathurin with the ball. Still scoreless. A nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Out to Henderson. Pass to Embiid. The 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Stolen. And they're on the break. Goes up. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Looking to get back on track here. Sweet move. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Jones in the post. And then Henderson with the jam.
Really good decision from Jones that time. Excellent job finding the open teammates.
In the corner, Henderson with it. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
3 points.
And 11 points from Scoot Henderson. Thunder trailing by 11. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Embiid the screen. Dunn outside. 6 to shoot. Embiid throws it down.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
Smith outside. Williams a screen. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that you can afford to give him.
1:51 left in the third. Back to Sexton. To the wing on the left. Pass to Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
And, you know, pressure doesn't get to Embiid. Nice job there recognizing the shot clock was winding down.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Here's the break.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
And he dunks it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Hey, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Smith. He averages about 5 points a game. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Sexton. Can't cash in from the high post. Thunder trailing by 13. Pass to Smith. And stolen by Dunn. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rebound by Williams. Smith scanning the floor. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Now Sexton. He's got 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Hey guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. A steal. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 14. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Now, here is Smith. Joe in the corner. No good from outside. Here's Bain. Got it. Good job in the head post.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
So it's the visitors now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Outside, Jones to the wing right side. Outside, Portis. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Washington missing. Under trailing by 14. Smith right side. And a miss there on the triple.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And every year, in Great we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
So both teams making some changes here. And Bain drops them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's good for 2.
The classic combo guard, Gilgeous-Alexander, is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Back to Bain. And that one goes out of bounds. That's by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pass to Carrington. Drills it from outside. Carrington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
The visitors with the ball. Henderson left side. And here's Washington outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
To the paint. Poked away. Stolen by Jones. Washington with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Washington. Pass to Jones. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Well, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
First personal foul. First.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Tipped away. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul.
Henderson.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it.
Really good contest by Portis. Staying connected there.
Here's Henderson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
from out on the wing. He knocks it down. And here's Henderson. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Jones. To the middle. And that one's good by Henderson.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Carrington. Defended by Mathurin. Henderson, no good. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks it loose. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Collins. Mathurin for 3. Henderson pulls it in. Here's Carrington. Here he goes. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Jones with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Pass to Jones. Pocket 6. And Jones slams it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Outside Mathurin. Here's Collins. And finish off by Collins.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
1 second separate in the shot clock and game clock. Jones, no luck. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Jones pulls it down. Here's Henderson. The layup missed. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up.